Hello everyone and welcome to another video here. My name is Robert Sutu. I'm the creator of this content, and I just wanted to show you guys how important it is to have a good risk management plan in place. I've been challenged by one of my friends to go ahead and trade with a $300 account and see how far I could take that $300 in 22 days. So I developed a plan. Essentially what I'm going to do is trade with $100 per NinjaTrader and micro ES and MES. All you have to do is go ahead and have $50 capital per contract. So my plan is to go ahead and trade with two contracts, build the account to about 400, 450, bump it up to an additional contract, and then once I get to about $600 of income generated, I'm going to switch to four contracts and trade predominantly with four contracts. It's something that I'm comfortable with. I trade in a regular futures market with four contracts, and it's just the level that I feel comfortable with. But the most important part about this video that I want you to take away from is the fact that you don't have to have a large capital account to go ahead and generate revenue. You just have to have a solid plan, you have to practice, and you have to have the skill set in place to go ahead and recognize the proper trades and implement those trades. So moving forward, I'll show you guys in this series that I conducted. It's going to be a 22-day series, so hopefully within the next 22 days, I'll be able to generate at least $2,200 worth of income. My plan is to generate $100 a day off this small account, and we'll see how fast we could grow it. Hopefully, as we go on this journey together, you guys will be able to see that, this is possible. Anybody could do it. You just have to be patient. You have to take the, initiative to teach yourself the proper skills, and then the money will just start rolling in. But most important, you have to have a good risk management template going forward. So let's go ahead and kind of push play here. Please bear in mind that I'm trading kind of two accounts. I'm trying to juggle trading my regular account and then this as well. The biggest thing for me is I work a full-time job. I have a farm, which is in a sense a full-time job as well. And then I try to do this. So my time is very limited in regards to being able to have good trading days. So with that said, you'll see me kind of trying to juggle between this. I have another screen open and I have my regular account going over there. The biggest thing is I believe there's 22 trading days in a month. So this is going to take me a little longer than usual. A normal month, for somebody that's trading continuously, it would be 22 days. For me, it's probably going to be longer. So I'm going to try to incorporate the dates in there as a record of when I've traded. So bear in mind that the dates are going to extend past April, just to the fact that I don't trade every day. I have a full-time job. So let's look over here. What do we got today? I believe for this particular instance was August, April 19th. I traded the MES. I was trading with two contracts. Starting account was $300, and we'll see how we could move forward. Biggest thing is, the reason I chose $300, I figure it gives me a good little buffer to have just in case something happens. For example, if I'm risking $100, I want to have a little buffer in between that to have a bad day. This way, I don't have a margin call implemented on myself. So I think $300 is an appropriate amount. We'll see what we could do, and let's move forward with the video. On this particular day, I'm assessing the situation in the market's looking kind of funky. We've been going up strong, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. So let's see what happens.
Order submitted.
Again, I'm recording all this, so I go back and kind of narrate it over. My narration skills are very limited, so just bear with me, and my video making skills. So in this particular instance, I went ahead and tried to short sell at this particular area. What I'm seeing is price hitting resistance. I'm waiting for a double top. I'm expecting stops to be in this area. All right, let's fast forward. So you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly over here. I'm trying to incorporate some negative trades as well, for the sake of editing. Again, I'm very ignorant when it comes to video editing, so just bear with me. These videos sometimes take a considerable amount of time, and this particular video is an hour and a half, and I have a second part to this because I want you guys to see the whole entire trade through, just to see that it is possible. So I'm going to try to incorporate some negative trades in there, some positive, but I really want to highlight, the good runners and the reason why I decided those particular positive trades. In this particular instance, as you can see, I have a sell order implemented. I'm thinking that this is going to go ahead and create a double top and then break down and go down. So let's see here how it plays out. The price is moving up. It looks like it's creating a double top. Just bear in mind that these videos are an hour and a half long. Some of them are very long, so I'm trying to incorporate both negative and positive trades that I have, so you guys can see, what led to me to have a positive trade, what led to me to have a negative trade. In this particular instance, I believe there it goes. I believe this is going to be a negative trade. It created a double top. This is going down. As you can see, I have only 2 bullets in the gun, so two areas that I could sell at. This was my first day doing this in this setting, so it's been a while since I traded with 2 contracts. Initially, when I first started trading, I started with 1, I migrated to 2, and I slowly built my account up until I could get to 4 contracts. I could surpass 4, but for some reason, I just don't feel comfortable having past 4 contracts. It just has a mental, negative reaction for me. Once I trade with 5 contracts, I start seeing that red number for the P&L, and it just messes with my head. So 4 is where I'm comfortable at for now. As time progresses, hopefully I'll be able to build the confidence up to trade more contracts. But for now, I'm doing very well with 4. So it's going to take a little bit of adjustment period for me to go back to 2 contracts. You'll see me struggling a little bit, just kind of get the feel for the market. And I think here in this trade maybe actually turn into a negative. The reason I decided on this trade, as you can see, the RSI and the MACD are looking good. The MACD looks kind of extended. The volume is starting to draw down. You can see it's going down, and then the volume is going down as well. So I'm under the impression that, hey, this potentially may be a good area for a pullback. Let's move this forward. And again, my stop loss is implemented. I believe in this particular trade is 12 ticks. As you can see, you have to stick to the plan. You have to be disciplined to stick with the plan, even if it's for a loss. That's probably the hardest thing that I've had to do over time to build that confidence, to build that discipline. It's very hard to go ahead and break this right here and just kind of drag and get out with the money, especially once you get to the bigger dollars. When you see yourself being up $300-400, that temptation to just go ahead and cut it loose, take your money, and go is very appealing. But the fact is, you have to stick with your plan. You have to let your good trades run and your bad ones cut short. Now we're just going to keep fast forwarding because this trade obviously is taking a considerable amount of time to come to fruition here. Oh, let's go back. I want you guys to see that the breakdown. All right. So biggest thing is, hey, sellers are moving in. What I'm looking at this particular time is it broke the moving averages. It's going down. The volume is corresponding with that. The MACD and RSI are both in a correlation to the price action. And you can see it's not a big profit. You're going to make $20, $30, $40 at a time. Sometimes you could make a significant amount of money as this pulls forward. But the fact is, you're growing your account. You could turn $100 easily into another $100 a day. You could double your account. And I mean, where else are you going to get 100% return daily if you take the initiative to go ahead and just take your time, wait for the perfect trades and perfect setups, and then you implement those. So the particular point, got my first target hit. I moved my stop loss to break even. So now all the risk is off the table. I've made some money. Everything is good. And at the end of the day, all you can do is win now. Again, the first target, it's, you don't move that at all. Let's see here. That target gets filled, good, we're out. So we made money on that trade. We're kicking butt, no issues to report here. Again, the biggest thing is the first target, you leave that alone. That is dictated by your stops. So if you got a 12 tick stop, you got a 12 tick target. That stays the same. You don't adjust that at all. The second target could be adjusted. Again, if I had more, bullets in the gun, for example, if I was trading with 3 contracts, I'd be able to take advantage of this down move. But again, I only had 2. Don't get greedy. Take your money and get out. So this is big drop. I mean, this is That's why I'm looking at this move right now, and I'm like, ugh, wish I had more. But it is what it is. Let's fast forward, see the next trade. Again, that big move, as you can see, was a big significant move. This sucker went down, pulled back to the moving average, and continued down. So let's kind of show you guys. We started over here. It went up, pulled the moving average, and it just broke down. And then it just traded in a solid range right here. And as you can see, I mean, that's a good range right there. And then it reversed. So again, everything moves in steps. You got a pullback, significant pullback into a consolidation period where buyers and sellers are dueling it out, and then it goes back again to retrace back up. So I believe at this point, I'm expecting another pullback. As you can tell on a 10-minute, it's going back up to the moving average. And when it's a big move like this, I like to use the 10-minute chart. This illustrates to me the significance of the pullback, the retracements, and I'm able to utilize a better, map of what's going on. If you look at the moving averages, you're able to assess the 9 and the 21. The good chances are this is going to pull back to those moving averages. And that's what I make my decision based on the trend. So in this particular instance, I'm looking at this candle right here. What's going on? It's at the moving average. It hit the 9. You got a big tail wick. So it tells me that, hey, the sellers are taking control of this. Buyers stride, and the buyers are just not containing it. Buyers are getting beat. The buyers are getting pushed down. As you can tell, the buyers are just not really motivated to push this up. And you can see that. So we keep watching that. That wick keeps expanding, and there's definitely a battle between the buyers and the sellers. And that's why I have the order where I have it at right now. It looks like I'm in a good area. The MACD again is trending down. The RSI again is trending down. I'm below stops. My order is below the 21 period moving average, the EMA. So I believe that's a good location to capitalize on the next move. Let's fast forward.
Order filled.
There we go. So buyers and sellers are still finding it out. I believe here in a moment we're going to get filled. All right, so we got filled. As you can see, same thing. 12 tick stop, 12 tick target, and we're just going to leave our second target in place just where it's at. Again, I'm getting the feel for this. I decided to move it based on a point of control right here, based on this area. This way I'm able to capitalize on the profit. But again, first target, you leave it alone.
Target filled.
All right, first target's filled. We move the stop loss to break even. And again, this may seem insignificant to you, $20, $30, but this adds up throughout the day. You get 3 or 4 good trades, you meet your level of $100, and then you shut the computer down, you leave. You don't want to overtrade. This over time will build up. I mean, you have $100 a day for 22 days. You're earning $2,200 a month off a $100, risk. So a small investment of $300, I'm risking $100, and you're generating $2,200. That is phenomenal returns. I don't care who you are. At the end of the day, I'll take that in day. So you take that $2,200 now, and you could build it up to whatever level you feel comfortable. You move up to the regular ES. Next thing you know, you do the same thing with 2 contracts now, and you're generating $100+. I mean, excuse me, $1,000+ a day. So, this could be advantageous towards your financial goal if you just take the time. Oh, excuse me, somebody's messaging me here. Got a few traders I talk to on Discord, and it's they're beeping left and right. That's another good thing. You try to set yourself up with a few traders that are well versed in the markets. If you bounce ideas off each other, develop a plan with each other, and then kind of grow together. It's really good to talk to other traders. It's really good to kind of be able to see what other people are doing that works for them. Maybe it'll work for you. You could adjust a little bit to fit your personality and your trading style. But ultimately, talking to other traders is definitely more beneficial. Again, I moved the target down lower, and now we're just trailing the price action. 2-tick stop. And I decided to, hey, just move that as low as I could get it, and then we'll trail this as far as we can. The reason I decided that, you can see on a 10-minute candle, that's a big bearish candle. That 10-minute candle is going down quick. And that tells me that sellers are definitely gaining control of this. And I'm expecting another good run on this. We'll see if this comes to fruition. All right, we're making new lows. As you can see, we're at $40 on this particular trade alone right now. You got to get your runners to just let them go. You're in a good trade, you just let that sucker go, and you can make a good amount of money. Again, we're just trailing the stop. Two candle trailer. I generally like to stay above the 9 EMA. This is a good point. The price will bounce back to the 9, and then it'll just continue down on downtrend. Sometimes it'll break the 9, hit the 21, and then continue to bounce down. But if it does that, then oh well, you made your money. You get out of the market. But as a rule, I try to trail the 9 EMA. It tends to be very profitable. This particular day, man, this price action is just phenomenal. And excuse the beeping in the background. That was I obviously recorded over the conversations I was having with several of my trader friends. And as you can see, this thing just continue going down. I believe at this point I'm either $80 to $90 already in this trade, and I've already met, I think, either getting close to or have already surpassed the goal of $100 for a day. The biggest thing is I like to go ahead and get 120, 130. I want to be able to make $100 flat after commission. So you got to take into account commission. Depending on your brokerage firm, commission may be crazy high. I have Ninja Trader. I have a lifetime license with them, so my commissions are relatively low. I used to trade with TD Ameritrade. Unfortunately, their commission is very high in regards to futures trading, so I had to switch from them. It just wasn't a feasible, partnership to be able to trade responsibly and keep most of my money in my pocket. I don't, I want to make money. I don't want to make the brokerage firm rich. So this trade right here, as you can see, is a great trade. Right now, I feel like the price is reaching its end. I'm keeping my finger on the stop loss. I want to be able to get out quick. As you can tell, I pretty much got still a 2-tick stop. All right, I think we're getting ready to get out here. So just leave it in place. And as you can tell, I think we're going to break the 9. The MACD and RSI reversing. The volume is going against us now. And we got stopped out. So we made a good amount of money on that. We let that particular trade run, and we capitalized on that momentum. Again, your goal is $100 a day. Be patient. Let your good runners run, and then take profits off the table in increments. All right, guys, as you take a look at the next clip, you're able to see that we, in fact, made over $100 today. Unfortunately, I overtraded, and it ate into my profits. The commission cost will definitely eat into your profits. So you got to take that into account as you trade. Remember, do not overtrade. Do not try to make your broker richer. But at the end of the day, we kind of met our goal. We're a little shy of exceeding $100 just like I wanted to. Probably tomorrow, this is probably going to be a little bit under $380. But a good first day. It took me a little bit to kind of get the flow of things, get the feeling of the market with 2 contracts. I haven't done this in a while, but after a while I was able to get in sync. Again, I just don't feel confident. I overtraded a little bit too much than what I wanted to, but I made $148. So it's possible to show you guys that, hey, at the end of the day, you're able to, make over $100 daily. Just be patient. In part 2 of this video, you'll be able to see the rest of the trades and how I conducted myself in that particular day. Again, we started with $300. We're able to achieve the goal of exceeding $100 a day. And hopefully by the end of 22 days that we have, 22 trading days, I'm able to show you guys that with small investment, small risk, solid, risk management, and solid plan, you too are able to grow your account to whatever level you want. Again, my goal is to show you guys that in 22 days, you can have a small investment exceed $2,200, where you can utilize that to go ahead and bump up yourself to the ES trading, where you could take advantage of the $50 per point. I trade predominantly in the ES futures. I trade with 4 contracts, and I'm able to do pretty well and consistently be profitable throughout the day. So again, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Please like this video. Please subscribe below and stay tuned for the second part of this video. Thank you very much for your time.